Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining me in the record room today. My name is Doug. If you are new to the channel, Mother's Day is coming up shortly, at least here in North America, and it got me thinking I should do something I've never done on the channel before. Reggae songs on the theme of mothers and motherhood, not just women in general, but celebrating the aspect of motherhood. My own mother passed away in 2015. Bit of a complicated relationship, but I have to give her a lot of credit for getting me more interested in music kind of in my early teen years and setting me on the path to becoming a record collector later on. There was a time when we used to go out to the flea markets, look for secondhand records together, and some of the ones we bought were a treasury of great contemporary hits, various artists compilation. This is our original copy, and this introduced me to groups like the Mamas and the Papas, the Grassroots, Three Dog Night, and so on. Mom loved her surf groups, the Jan and Dean Story, good old K-Tel. This was another one we picked up together, and our original copy of Pet Sounds. Covers kind of beat, but still very playable. She used to sing along to Sloop John B whenever it would come on. And it just kind of hit me like a lightning bolt quite a few years back that those Beach Boys harmonies, the surf groups, the vocal groups primed me for a lot of my future taste in music, especially reggae with its accent on harmonies and vocal groups. That came from my mother. Going out and checking out all those records together, listening to that kind of very harmony-oriented music. Mothers, very important in Jamaican and Caribbean culture. From what I can observe as an outsider, mothers held very sacred as kind of the foundation of the family, bringers of life, and there have been many Jamaican and reggae songs about mothers, celebrating mothers. I've got a big stack pulled here just from my collection. Had to do a bit of searching to jog my memory. There's many more. Some probably I've forgotten. If you can think of any important ones, drop me a comment down below. Motherhood has been a topic in Jamaican music from very early on. The sound man turned producer Duke Reed, the Trojan, used a record called My Mother's Eyes by Tab Smith, I believe, an instrumental as his theme tune, his sign-on song when he would play out. Moving forward into the 1960s, Desmond Dekker would debut on disc with Honor Your Mother and Father, produced by Leslie Kong for the Beverly's label in the ska days of the very early 1960s. Little bit later on, the Royals would include Save Mama on their 1964 to 81 Sweat compilation of earlier material, and Desmond Dekker himself would return to the theme of motherhood in the late 60s with Mother Pepper and Mother Long Tongue from his Action album, while the Gay Lads would record Mama Look for the Lynx label, short-lived artist-controlled collective, and Justin Hines and the Dominoes would record Hey Mama from their From Jamaica with Love album, while late 60s, early 1970s, Dennis Brown would record Songs My Mother Used to Sing, very reflective song for Herman Chinloy's Aquarius label. And Clancy Eccles, a tailor turned singer, record producer, and then political organizer, would record What Will Your Mother Say for his 1969 debut album, Freedom. What Will Your Mother Say by Clancy Eccles. It's music on vinyl reissue. Horace Andy's debut album, recorded at Studio One, would include a cover of Mammy Blue, very recent Studio One reissue here, marbled green and gold vinyl. While harmony group the Ethiopians would sing Stay Loose Mama circa 1970, appearing on the Gay Feet label, included on the Songs of Our Forefathers compilation from Studio 16, 2020. But Stay Loose Mama, going back to 1970. Jumping forward a bit to 1976, the Heptones' acclaimed Night Food album, recorded at Harry J's studio, would include Mama Say at the end of side one. Mango, Eyelid label, Night Food itself, alluding to encounters of a more amorous kind. It's funny, I pulled out many of these exact same records for another video just the other day. Could have saved myself some trouble putting them away, but didn't know I'd need them again so quickly. Also from 1976, harmony trio The Meditations would release their debut album, Message from the Meditations, including Do Mama Do, released on Dobby Dobson's Double D label. And one of the big albums of that year was Bob Marley and the Wailers' Rastaman Vibration, here on Island Records, with the kind of textured burlap cover, and that would include Johnny Was, one of Marley's most vividly painted and poignant songs, in which he tells the story of observing a man who's been shot down in the street, lying dead in the street from a stray bullet, while his mother wails and grieves over his body, and posing the question, can a woman's tender care cease toward the child she bare when he's no more? One of Bob's most vivid and poignant songs, kind of still gets me in the feels after all these years. Dennis Brown, the Deep Down album, produced by 90 The Observer. I think that one also 1976. Observer label would include Say Mama Say, Dennis Brown again, following on the theme of mothers from that earlier songs my mother used to sing. Funny, I found this just down the road from me quite a few years back now at a little antique mall. There was a little stash of reggae records there I was grabbing, but when I got up to the counter, the cashier told me that they'd had quite a batch in, and most of them had gone. So who knows what might have been in there that I'd missed. While up-and-coming singer Leroy Smart, one of his early hits, early to mid-1970s, was Mother Liza, produced by Jimmy Radway, in which he addresses the mother of his love interest, telling her that he loves her daughter, with the implication that maybe the mother is not going to be too pleased with him as a suitor for her daughter. Dr. Alimentado's Kingsbread album, 1979, 1980-ish, on his own Ital Sounds label, the Ital Doctor himself, Dr. Alimentado, Mama Mama, included on that album. While Big Youth, perhaps one of the more prolific tacklers of the subject of mothers, let's see if I could find it, Mama Look, included on the Natty Universal Dread 3-CD compilation from Blood and Fire back in the year 2000. Big Youth will make a couple more appearances shortly. And Prince Allah, also on Blood and Fire, the excellent set Only Love Can Conquer, 1976 to 1979, would include Mama No Fight, kind of a similar theme to that Leroy Smart tune, in which he's urging a mother to accept a dreadlocked Rastaman as the suitor for her daughter. Moving forward into the dance hall era of the late 1970s, early 1980s, the sex-obsessed DJ General Echo would include Foxy Mama on his debut album, originally called Keep On Rocking and Swing, I believe, but reissued on Equalizer Records circa 2006 as Teacher for the Class. But no three guesses as to what the subject he's teaching is. 1982, Linval Thompson delivers Look How Me Sexy on the Greensleeves label, of course, and that includes Baby Mother. Big Youth, that man again, the chanting dread in a fine style, returning to the theme of mothers with Mama Look. Actually, that's probably the same song as on the Blood and Fire compilation, but here on a different compilation from Heartbeat Records, while Luta Continua from 1984 includes Bush Mama. And of course, a big one from 1983, Peter Tosh's Mama Africa album, not talking about motherhood in the personal sense, but the entire continent of Africa as the mother of the Black race. Mama Africa. Also early 1980s, Johnny Osborne, Bring the Sensei Come on Jah Thomas's Midnight Rock label. Comes with Bad Mama Jamma, which he no doubt was. And also circa 1984, reggae singer Little John. I just showed this one not too long ago. Reissue on pink vinyl there from the Live and Love label. Includes the very sincere I Love My Mommy with some strange lyrics about getting down on his knees and suckling his mother. Sounds a bit strange coming from what must have been an adult male at that point, but his heart was in the right place, celebrating his mother. While also mid-1980s, Freddie McGregor's crossover-oriented All in the Same Boat for Ras Records includes, if I can read it, which one is it? Mama Mama, the great Freddie McGregor. Barry Brown, meanwhile, would do Thank You Mama for 90 of the Observers label. I think, early 1980s, I believe. 12-inch single here. And what else do we have? Moving forward in time, the Pecking Brothers in the UK, children of George Price, aka Peckings, founder of the record shop of the same name, would put out the compilation Mama Peckings and the Duchess. Not sure exactly when this one came out, probably 2000s. Various artists' compilation of rarities and collector's pieces from Treasure Isle, mainly, I believe, paying tribute to their own mother, Gertrude Price, as well as her good friend, Mrs. Lucille Reed, a double tribute to two mothers in LP format. Very nice compilation of tunes from the Peckings boys, Duke and Chris, I believe. While moving forward into the 1990s, Sizzla, his second album, I believe, Black Woman and Child, paying tribute to mothers. Black Woman and Child, the very acclaimed album produced by Bobby Digital. Sizzla would also do a further song called Thank You Mama for the 9 Months You Carried Me. Not sure if I have that one in the collection, but one of his big tunes, very reflective, showing a deeper side of the kind of fiery chanter, taking a break from spitting flames at Babylon, while another one of the most celebrated songs on the subject of motherhood. The late, great Garnet Silk delivering Hello Africa in the early 1990s on the Star Trail label. Absolute classic from the singer who passed away far too young. Hello, Mama Africa, looking again at Africa as the universal mother of all Black people. That is my look at motherhood in reggae songs about mothers. I'm sure there's more I've forgotten. Hope you enjoyed, guys, and thanks for watching.